Hello, Barmy Badger Army. Welcome to On the Bench
On a sofa. Hey Badger Army, how you doing?
on Bank Holiday Monday. Indeed, and I hope you're all well, guys. Also, we're going to be doing a bit of a mukbang today, where we're going to be eating chip shop curry snacks, and they are a reduced item, so it helps get rid of food waste. Isn't that right, Nick? And I definitely recommend you all download the app Olio, by the way, just to let you know. And here's
How's that spelled?
O-L-I-O.
Righto.
Yeah, indeed. Right.
Other apps of that kind are available as well, but if you're watching Olio and you want to sponsor us...
Indeed. And I am hopefully going to become an Olio ambassador soon.
Cool. So you're going to be mentioning it like every video?
Every video, yeah.
That's him pouring it into the bowl.
Yes, the bowl of doom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we probably should have shown that on screen, but it... So yes.
Yeah.
Right, so what is in these?
It's sort of like a curry flavoured snack. We have peas, rapeseed oil, potatoes. Basically, it's a cornucopia of bits. Yeah.
Never been a fan of peas, but
No, well,
these might work.
Might work. So today we're going to talk about the Coronation. We're going to be talking about Baguettamania and other film projects as well. And we're also going to be talking about clubbing at an older age. So it's going to be fun, isn't it? Right. Nice. And we're going to let you know what we think of those at the end. And a big shout out to Viking for supplying these for the video. Right. Okay.
You might want to speed these bits up. I don't think us eating is all that entertaining.
I know.
It gets better from here, listeners, we can assure you. Viewers even. But if you're listening while you're doing other things as well, then thank you for listening.
And thank you for watching. And,
So,
right, okay, you start off, Nick, because you've got a lot of royal experience and you know lots about it more than I do.
righto. Well, the King's Coronation, the first one we've had in 70 years, happened on Saturday. And as you can imagine, it was a long, drawn-out ceremony. My mum is a huge fan of the royal family, sat there watching the entire thing. And she seemed to like it, so, you know, fair enough. And, I mean, I watched some highlights on YouTube. I watched the bit where the crown actually went on his head. I did the bit where Prince William swore allegiance, which he did because obviously he's the future heir.
Which may actually happen in our lifetime again.
It may well do. I mean, Charles isn't going to be on the throne for like 70 years like his mum was.
No. I mean, he is nearly 70 now, or is he older?
Oh, he's 73. Yeah, he'll be 74 in November.
In theory, he might only have, let's not be a prophet of doom here, but he might only have 20 years as a king, and then before somebody else takes over.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, that's that. I mean, it does bring home how unusually long, how unusual it is to have a length anywhere near what Elizabeth II did. So it's it's very much a case of I mean, obviously he's not long since become king, so we can't speculate about that too much. But yeah,
there you go. But that is a home truth, isn't it? That we may experience two in our lifetime.
We may do. Technically 3. I mean, a lot of people didn't experience more than one monarch in their lifetime. So, so there we go.
I mean, it is still very shocking that the Queen died at all, really, isn't it? No one really expected it, did they?
We can't. There was kind of like, I mean, she was 96. There was lots of speculation on that. The German consensus was that it would happen eventually. I mean, if she lived as long as the Queen Mum did, it's like, would she have really been in a fit state to like govern a country with that kind of responsibilities at 100?
No.
She was pushing it at 96. So, it was sad that she passed away, but, it's kind of, but ultimately, she was 96.
So let's be real on that.
So, right, going back to the coronation, I watched the bit where he was crowned. There are a few bits of it. Somewhere in the ceremony, Floella Benjamin was there. Mm-hmm. You know, Floella Benjamin was one of the coolest people on TV in the 80s.
Yes,
so
definitely.
You know,
and one of my personal favourites.
Mine too. And so yeah, I might go back and watch the bit that she was in because
right.
she's Floella frickin' Benjamin.
That's it. Yes,
absolute legend on TV. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's probably the one. That's probably the one thing that I would be more excited about than anything else. You know, Floella Benjamin was there.
Yes, and of course Katy Perry was there as well. If you're a fan of that sort of thing.
People, right? The Coronation Concert. I only saw bits of it. It had a big stage on it that was like apparently the biggest stage ever built.
Really?
I mean, I'm wondering if it was the same stage that was used for the Queen's 70-year concert.
Maybe that was not. Yes, you're right.
From June last year.
Yeah, probably was.
Yeah, but I think they've built on a few more bits to it. I did like the nature visuals and all that. That was impressive. Mm-hmm. You know, that was really, really good. You know, well done to everyone who was involved in that.
I mean, was it by the BBC? Who actually funded that? Was it like the Trust, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Yes, so if you know,
my rating is it may have been from a few different sources.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, they probably would have hired a company, you know, to do those things.
Yes.
So it might have been someone doing something as a contract job.
But that would be a massive contract, wouldn't it?
But yeah, full credit to them for that. That was really exciting. Katy Perry, someone made a post on Twitter saying that she was she looked a bit like a Quality Street toffee rapper, and apparently sang like she had a toffee in her mouth.
And apparently, there's a reference in the 4th of July, which is apparently a reference to the date when America got separated from the UK as well.
Yeah.
So that was.
Did she perform fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like Independence Day. Independence Day is the 4th of July, which is when they got independence from the British.
So that was a bit of a hilarious faux pas. I don't know if she realised that. Or maybe it was on purpose. And if it was quite controversial.
Yes.
Anyway.
So that's going on. Take That as well. The weird thing is, Jason Orange was trending on Twitter afterwards. He hasn't been in Take That for like 9 years.
Was he actually there?
No.
Oh.
No, he's disappeared off the face of the earth. I mean, you know, he's not reported missing or anything, but he's left like the showbiz world, and
maybe he works in Astor.
To be honest with you, I mean, this is the thing. People just think that everyone goes on and works in like a supermarket job or a fast food restaurant. But no, he's got enough money to live off for a while. You know, Take That have sold millions in their career. Mm-hmm. You know, so you know, he didn't need to, you know, rush off to another job. Apparently, he has gone off grid though. He's not even answering calls of like other members of Take That.
No.
So there was
Well, I know that Robbie Williams lives God knows where, doesn't he?
Yeah. So yeah, apparently Robbie Williams was offered the chance to come to the Coronation Concert, but he didn't unless Jason was there. So yeah, that didn't work out.
No, okay.
So
that makes sense then. But yeah. So my experience is I've had a few different bits and pieces. Like you, I did watch the Charles and Camilla get crowned, which I thought was very interesting. And I actually really enjoyed watching that bit. And I enjoyed yes, I know. Yeah, I know. I actually enjoyed something involving royalty. Let's be real. Badger Jr. was bored stiff, but I did say to him, "This is an important part of history.
Yeah,
You've got to watch this."
It's not something you can expect children to get captivated unless they're like Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, and the like.
Yeah, so that was very interesting, and seeing them get sworn in, and he had the royal glove, like a glove, and he had the scepter and all that sort of stuff. I thought that was very interesting. I thought it was going to stop there, but I kept it going. And then I realised that Camilla was going to get sworn in as well. And I thought that was quite interesting. And there's little bits of pieces where you see their mannerisms, you see the way they talk, you see the way they act. It reminds you that they're human. And the way that they were going to put the crown on and they were all fidgety and that. It just reminds you that, you know, they're real people too. You know, they're not perfect. And that was Very interesting. Some other key moments. Apparently, the day before, someone had a knife and they got them. You know, apparently someone had a knife near the royal situation there as well. So
What, they were outside Buckingham Palace?
Yes, they were outside Buckingham Palace with a knife.
Yeah,
apparently
like
that was
like they were going to be able to do much with it there.
that was a bit bizarre. I'm not too sure if it's a meme or something serious or something like that, but I did see something. I mean, I don't know if it's a joke because I wasn't sure. Maybe it was something, but there's another thing where apparently during the actual thing going on, there is a hooded figure with a scythe just walking past. I have to find it, but apparently that's a thing. I don't know if someone snuck in as a joke, but there literally is footage, and I don't know if it's a meme or someone superimposed
I think I know what you're talking about,
or whatever. But
this sort of mystery figure in the
yes,
doorway.
There's a mystery figure in the doorway that walks past, and they have a scythe, and they're wearing a black cloak and everything like that. I don't know if it's a meme. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it was something really serious that was weird going on. I'm unsure. I mean, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, so I'll just waffle on about the Templars and the Illuminati and how it's all connected with the royal family and everything for hours. But we're not going to do that.
And you're definitely not going to do it with a camera rolling.
No.
So yes. Yes. It went on for absolutely hours.
Yes.
The Coronation Concert seemed quite nice. Lots of people are confused about who is actually in Take That these days. And yeah, it seemed like the others were the other acts were quite enjoyed. Like I say, the nature visuals. Charles does like his nature. So that was actually quite a nice addition as well. And it was quite interesting when it was happening while whoever it was performing a version of Don't You Forget About Me. I was like, point not missed, opportunity not missed.
And there's also been lots of things where people have been referencing a lot of stuff from the past and all that sort of stuff with Charles, but you know, who's to know what happens in the past? But I think we're in a fresh situation now. And he also is not connected in with Star Wars. He is not Snoke or whatever you call him. He's not from The Force Awakens, okay?
That's good to know.
But yeah, I enjoyed what I watched. And I did watch Firework from Katy Perry on YouTube. I didn't watch it last night because I wasn't really in the mood for a big concert thing. But yeah, I watched bits and pieces on YouTube. And I've seen plenty of memes and all that sort of stuff. So share your favourites in the comments.
So yeah, I mean, there's been all sorts of talk about how much money it's all costing, and you know, at these with the times that we're in, and I can see that. I can sort of see that argument. I think it's a difficult thing to get right. I mean, Charles did say that he didn't want it to be quite as big as it could have been. I mean, to be honest with you, it could have been an even bigger ceremony, which wouldn't necessarily have been a good idea. I mean, there's all sorts of talk about how much the royal family actually costs per person in the UK, and how it's it's kind of not that much. But we're also at a time when every penny counts.
That's it.
So yeah. I mean, it's.
But on the flip side of it, I'm going to be the interesting side of this. But look at how much money the royal family bring into the UK.
To be fair, they are one of the main draws in tourism to the UK.
Yeah.
So I can see that point as well. So I think
and a big event like a coronation or a crowning or a jubilee or some sort of anniversary brings in tourism, right?
Yeah. So I think we can't really make an absolute answer for that. I mean, I know there were lots of people protesting about it all beforehand, and there's all sorts of questions there about the arrests that were made. I mean, I do think the police
can they legally arrest someone for? I mean, what sort of protest was it? Was it a violent protest? Was it a calm protest?
What I can tell, it was a protest with placards. You know, it wasn't necessarily like what we've seen from the Just Stop Oil people. You know, when you had a guy jump on a snooker table and put this orange powder all over it.
So
and ultimately that can, which is potentially an arrestable offence because of vandalism.
Yeah, if they weren't throwing around pig's blood, if they weren't shouting nasty words, if they weren't being violent, in theory, they should not have been arrested.
Exactly. So that's the thing. I mean, to be honest with you, with regard to the Just Stop Oil people, I mean, I do think we probably depend too much on resources. So I do think they have a point there. But there are certain things that are not going to help your cause, and that was one of them. But the impression I get with a lot of those is that with the anti-monarchist protesters is, you know, apart from the story about whether they were going to be throwing alarms around, which I don't know whether that actually happened or not. If someone knows otherwise, let us know in the comments. So
I mean, I do get that everyone was on high alert and things like that, but I think it should have been on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Also, going back to the good that the occasion has obviously arisen, today is the big help out, right? If I'm correct. So, obviously, I mean, I do a lot of voluntary work when I can on Olio as well, picking up and dropping off different bits of food and, you know, all different things for free. And I know that you do volunteer work when you can as well. So I want to know what you guys think of the big help out. Did you do anything for your local community? Have you got any really interesting ideas that can help your local community? And do you think the big help out was a good idea? I mean, I don't know. I haven't read any news articles on it. I don't know if it's been a success or not. But I think it is a good idea. And I think if that can help ongoing volunteers carry on every week, because I think the idea was that it would set up more volunteering and that they would carry on. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, oh yeah, we could do this and we got a thirst for it now, so let's carry it on. I think that's the idea behind it. It's not just a one-off thing, it's a ongoing thing, you know.
Yeah.
So what are your views on that one?
Things like big help outs, I generally think are a good one as well. To be honest with you, I think something like the big help out may be good as a kind of annual event. You know, it's like if we're going to have something to mark an anniversary of the coronation every year, then maybe you should have that in as well. You know, so it's so you know there's that to it as well. That would be a good legacy, I think.
A good ongoing legacy, yes. Indeed, yeah. So I think we've talked enough about this, but I want to know your thoughts in the comments, and I know that everyone's different, so please do not worry, we won't be offended by your thoughts. I'm very intrigued to what you guys think. So let us know in the comments and we'll have a good old chat about it. Right. Next we want to talk about clubbing at a certain age, don't we, Nick? Yes.
Now on Saturday, I went to a club night that was organised by a local promoter here. Goes by the name of Matt Regan. He's an absolute legend. There was a night called Spunk, which I think still exists.
And we used to go on the regular, didn't we?
Yep, so we were there kind of like almost every week.
Was it Friday or Saturday night? I forget now.
Originally, it was a Saturday night. That was when it was at McCluskey's in Tokyo Blue. And I think it was at RM1 once upon a time as well. We're going back a long time here.
We're going back about 20 years.
We're talking like Romford history.
Which is part of Essex, and I don't care what you say. Also,
and all the controversial topics here. That later moved to Pacific Edge and became a weekly night on Fridays.
Yes, Pacific Edge was my favourite time. That's when I went there.
Pacific Edge was great.
Yeah, Pacific Edge was fantastic.
2 floors, great music, loved it.
And was it indie at the bottom, if I remember correctly, and heavy metal at the top?
Strictly speaking, they weren't committed. It was a very vague rule. Yeah, because the upstairs DJ had tended to cover things like the metal, more dance orientated stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of they didn't really stick to like one particular style. But even like the indie floor didn't really stick to just indie. You know, they veered off onto other things as well. I'm sure I had Guns N' Roses downstairs at least once.
At least once. And it was always easier to get served at the bottom because it was quieter at the bottom, wasn't it, than the top. I always found that.
I found them to be much of a muchness, but you never know. I actually have a point, like towards the end of the evening particularly.
Yeah.
That was what we were dancing to. That was what we got into
Yes.
back in the day,
During the war.
and they've just recently launched their first night exclusively for over 30s.
Ooh.
Not that I think any 29-year-olds got turned away.
No.
And at Attic. Because the last place that Spunk took place was at this club that was called Attic. It's been previously known as Time and Envy, Liquid and Envy.
Oh, yes.
I can't even remember. It's had a few other names.
Something else
well.
and Envy, something else and something else. But yes, I know the one you mean, near the station.
Yeah, so they put it on there. It's in a smaller room than it was back in the day at Pacific Edge and the like, so it's a bit harder to move around.
Well, it was literally the whole club before, wasn't it? Whereas then, I think when it did move, it went to a smaller venue.
It's a smallish room now, which makes it a little bit harder to get around. Although they have got lots of seats for people to sit down on, which I think we definitely need.
Nice, yes.
And on the whole, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I saw lots of people that I had not seen in ages. You know, very few of them have aged.
Yes.
I'm a bit grey. I mean, I'm a bit grey at these, but I think I've aged more than most of them.
I know, which is rather bizarre, isn't it? Yeah. But your beard's looking very nice, Don.
Thank you.
Yes.
And we were dancing to old stuff, and yeah, you know, it was good to be out, and it did have a bit of a feel of like the old events, you know.
Yes, which is nice, isn't it? I think it's been obviously, COVID seems like a lifetime away now, but we still are feeling the effects of it. There are people out there that are still sort of gaining the confidence to go out and do things now. And it seems like that's a slow progression, but like you say, you're seeing more and more people, more and more familiar faces than you used to. And I think that is due to people going, right, this is a good catalyst for me to leave the house again.
Yeah,
and I think that is nice, you know.
But yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be able to do it on like a weekly basis, like we used to. I mean, lots of people have lots of the older people have family commitments and stuff. So you know, we can't just be randomly popping out like that every week. But there is hope that there will be another Age Against the Machine night before the end of the year. And,
I need to join you for that one. Actually,
yeah, I think on the whole, you know, if it's like planned well in advance, so people can make arrangements to go, then I think it will work.
I'm all over that. We'll make sure we can come. But yeah, I don't think I could manage it. I mean, I used to go out Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night.
I've done that a few times as well.
I did that good solidly for about 2 years. I think 1999 to 2001, I went out clubbing 3 nights a week, and that's not including the odd occasional pub trip. I really made that was mental. Yeah, it was mental times. Some of it I really don't remember.
To be honest with you, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, I remember one night there was this girl I was flirting with, and I saw her in college on the Monday. She was like, "Were you there on Saturday?" I don't remember anything that happened, so clearly no recollection of us flirting. So
I'm guessing you did not ask her out then?
No. So it's
I remember one time when I think I came back on the Friday night, and then I think I slept through to Sunday afternoon.
That is no mean feat.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting occasion. Apparently, like, I was prodded and poked, and apparently I was absolutely sound, dead to the world.
They didn't call you an ambulance, did they?
No, I was just really, 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 really knackered.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they'd have been able to tell that your heart was still beating.
It must have been a really good weekend.
Must have been.
Yes.
So yeah.
Indeed.
To be honest with you, I think if we were, I mean, who knows? If you were to have something like that, then you might sleep through another day.
Yes, I think I will.
We're at that age again, aren't we?
I think if I go to Age Against the Machine, I think I'll be like, knackered the whole weekend after.
You will. So yeah, I mean, I tried my best. I mean, I had a WKD, the first WKD I've had in years.
Yes, and they do still sell them at Tesco.
They do, and yep, still tastes like it always did. I mean, I just tend to
washing up liquid and vodka.
Something like that. No, flavouring. It's flavour. I had the wild berry flavouring, which they didn't have back in the day.
Okay.
So that was quite good. They didn't have the classic blue and classic red ones. I don't know how widely available those are now.
Blue is still available. You can still buy blue.
Right. But yeah, I had a berry one which tasted really nice. I had Copperbergs as well. Other makes of alcohol are available, I just tend to do things like fruit ciders and the like now.
Nice, yes,
I
it's
don't
very
drink
nice.
full on beer. They were selling Stella there. Other beers are available, but I never find. But I remember I couldn't actively swallow that when I tried drinking it.
Bit too heavy. I mean, I was the first time I ever tried Guinness, I was sick. So that's a very occasional drink. I mean, I'm more of a wine drinker these days, but I do like the odd fruit cider. I do like the odd, rum. I do like the odd, sort of port. Yes, I like alcohol. Always remember, at the weekends is perfectly acceptable.
Responsibly.
Yes, that's it. Always drink
My
responsibly.
dad really likes port.
I am a bit of a dad drinker now.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks. the one drink that
Nothing wrong with that.
there's
You've
nothing
got
wrong
a
with
child and stuff.
I am a dad. Yeah. The one drink that I would say that's quite ooh, he drinks this. This is cool. I would say is mead. I like mead now.
Okay.
Mead's a new thing. I like mead. Viking has introduced me to mead. Very nice. So let me know your favourite meads in the comments. Indeed. Right now, also we're going to talk about future film projects.
I know. Where's that stuff I just wrote down? Right.
Somewhere.
So this week is the next film.
Baguettamania. Whoa, is coming out very soon. That will be out on Wednesday evening, all being well. To be confirmed. But it should be out Wednesday evening, which is going to be a real hoot. And then we have got another cringe dating adventure we're going to be working on.
We are going to be working on that. We're looking for people to get involved and record videos for that.
So if you're interested, hit me up in the comments and private message me or Nick. And then we are going to be doing some work in Camden. We're going to do that. There's also a spooky doll film coming out that I need to work on and work out a proper storyline for.
Yeah, because I think that's going to tie in with one of the other stories,
that's going to tie in with cringe dating as well. And we're going to do some Essex FBI shorts. We're going to try and do some 16-second gags. And we're going to try and do some different things like that as well. And when we say shorts, obviously we mean 5 minutes and longer as well. And also, I think, was it Tainted Octopus or Tainted? Yeah, I think it was Tainted Octopus. A few people have talked about us doing like an ongoing serial, like where we could do one episode a month or a week. I think during the summer that would be a perfect thing to do. So what I want to do actually is I want to put out an open letter to you guys, and I want you to give us some ideas. Now, we want to stray a little bit away from, we love the B-movie stuff, but we want to evolve and do different things as well. So we are thinking about doing serious horror films. We're still going to keep it within the Essex FBI idea, but we're going to change it up. We're going to make it a bit more serious here and there when we can. We're going to do horror films. We're going to do all sorts of different stuff. So I want to have an open letter to you guys. What would you like to see? And I want to hear some of your ideas. And I've got better at editing as we first started, so I can put in better effects, better filters, better camera angles now. We've got more equipment. So I want to hear from you guys what you want to see. And it doesn't matter if you want to see some of the old traditional stuff as well, we will try and put that in as well. But we are going to evolve and change things up, isn't that right, Nick?
We are, yes. We're looking to try and get onto more platforms.
That's right.
So we're hoping that we can get more stuff. We're hoping to put out more on TikTok, on Instagram, more on Twitter. We're trying. One of the thinking that we might do is we may do one episode in parts. Just a series of shorts, which then get turned into a longer video, which will be on YouTube. We'll have some shorts going out on TikTok and Instagram. So that's the plan at the moment.
So it's going to be like, and we're probably going to do some other films as well. But yeah, I really like the idea of doing a short serial of gags that then end up being, some different things. I mean, there is some wild ideas that we've come up with. Like people have come up with some ideas, especially Viking was along the lines of what would happen if all the Jaffa cakes got sort of mysteriously disappeared in the UK, and then obviously Nick and myself go on a hunt to see where that's happened. That is a possible idea. I think that needs some interesting, that could be full of jokes and things like that. So we'll see about that idea.
Yeah, we couldn't do that one straight-faced.
No, we couldn't do that one straight face, so that would definitely be a comedy. So I don't know if you're up for that. We'll see. But who knows? But we'll figure that one out. Either that or it could be a Essex FBI head cheese solo adventure. We'll see. So with Nick giving me some ideas in the background, who knows? So that is a possible idea for the future as well. That is going to be lots of fun. And now I think it's time for us to review and talk about what we thought of the Chip Shop Curry Snack Pack, Nick.
It's done its job. It wasn't as hot and spicy as I thought it was going to be, and that's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing. It was fairly mild. It was quite tasty. One thing I will say is the peas were probably a bit too hard, but I really liked the big fluffy bits of corn, and I really like these bits. I don't know what they are, because I'm terrible with these like that. Whoops. Anyway, but yeah, these bits are really tasty. But yes, and also let's have a look. So you got the peas, which I thought was fairly hard, but I do have sensitive teeth, so who knows?
Mild curry flavoured, crispy potato and maize coated roasted peanuts, peas, and thick noodles.
Oh, there you go.
Thick noodles.
I liked the thick noodles, and I liked the potato puff bits as well. They were nice. What did you think, Nick?
Works for me.
Works for me. Quite a nice little energy snack. I didn't feel tired while we were filming, so it definitely did its job. I had a nice tea, which was not bad. Euro Shopper. Other teas are available. I do prefer Yorkshire, but I need to go shopping.
Yeah, I'll say this for you. It's made me like the peas more, because generally I refuse to eat peas because I hate them.
Well, there you go. So maybe
they're actually surprisingly edible this time.
There you go. So there you go. That's not too bad. My personal favourite was the potato bits. I thought they were very Moorish.
I think I'll go with you on that as well.
Yeah, they were the nicest bits. Indeed.
Just goes to show how adaptable potatoes can be.
Indeed.
Where would we be without them?
Where would we be without them, indeed. And there's a versatile amount of different things you can do with potato. So you can get yourself a big sack of potatoes and create a myriad of dishes.
Like?
Wedges, chips, toppings. Hit us up with some potato-related recipes in the comments. But yeah, there's tons of different things you can do with potatoes and potato starch. So that's another thing to look into. Also, I really like frickles. Have you ever had a frickle?
I've not had a frickle, no.
I recommend it. If you like pickles, it's like a sort of like it's got potato starch and corn flour and stuff on it, and you put it in the air fryer and fry it up, and it's yummy. If you like pickles.
Okay, maybe we'll have to try them sometime.
Indeed, I'll make you some. Right, thank you very much everyone for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's been a hoot, and we talked about tons of stuff. Please don't forget to sound off in the comments different things you wanted to talk about next time. We're going to try and get more benches in when we can. And like I was saying, Cringe Dating is coming up very soon. We'll sort that out. We're going to start work on that soon. Baguettamania, where Nick is the head announcer, is coming out this Wednesday. And we've got lots of ideas in the comments and coming up. Now, please do let us know and hit us up with ideas as we're scrolling down or after the video is finished for adventures of Nick Field in the field and the head cheese as well. So if you've got any ideas where you think we could do some films together, or you think that Nick will be good at directing and helping me with them, hit me up in the comments, because there's a wild variety of different ideas. And I really like the idea of all the Jaffa Cakes disappearing in the world and Essex FBI head cheese hunting down why. I think that's fun. Also, we may have some projects coming up with Simp John as well, which is, you know, wacky as anything.
Indeed. We'll hopefully be doing some more filming with Roderick soon as well.
That's it. So there's lots of things planned and coming up. And thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves. Keep safe. Keep well. Much love, everyone.
If you've made it this far, comment potato down below.
Yes, comment potato down below. And I'll see you in the next vlog, video, stream, movie or short, or any other random content we've done. And please don't forget to say your favourite film and what you like about it. And I'd love to hear different things about
Check out, and don't forget to like this video, check out our other videos, and subscribe if you haven't already.
That's it, of course. And of course, notable mention, your favourite film so far, Nick, that we've worked on.
Oh, we're so spoiled for choice, aren't we?
Yes, darling.
Ballamoron's probably the best one. That was where we just threw everything, and it kind of worked.
It kind of worked. See, I am one of these ones where I do agree with you slightly, but I enjoy multiversal madness as well.
Multiverse of Meditation Madness.
Yes, that's my personal favourite.
Well, there we go. I have more travel videos coming out soon as well, so stay tuned for those.
That's it. And if you like the idea from Christmas, where we integrate the travel videos into the films as well, let us know, because I thought that was quite an experimental idea. And please remember, we are an experimental film company. You're always going to get something a bit weird and wacky. Nothing is ever going to be as it seems, and who knows what will happen next.
It's a bit like you in general, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, yeah. 1 minute we're going to be chasing demonic dolls in the forest. Next minute we're going to be doing dating profile videos. So who knows what will happen soon. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I really hope you've had a great bank holiday weekend, and hope you've got some few hours left to enjoy yourselves. Bye for now, and thank you very much for spending your bank holiday Monday with us. Bye!
Ta-ta.
Bye!